Welcome back to the Globe Realty, the place where smart investors turn for real estate insights, investment strategies, and market forecasts that actually move the needle. If you're serious about building wealth through real estate in 2025, then you're in the right place. In today's video, we're unveiling the top 10 real estate markets to buy in 2025, carefully curated for maximum return on investment, high rental yields, and long-term appreciation. This isn't just another list, it's a strategic breakdown of where the smart money is heading this year. We've analyzed data from across the country, tracking job growth, migration patterns, rent-to-price ratios, tax advantages, and local development trends to bring you the absolute best U.S. cities for real estate investing in 2025. Whether you're looking to scoop up cash-flowing rental properties, execute a BRRR strategy, or simply hold a property in a booming growth market, these cities are where your money should be working. So grab a notepad, hit that like button, and let's jump into the most profitable, high-potential markets this year. Starting with number 10 and counting, all the way to our number 1 city that could change your portfolio forever. Let's get into it. Only here on the Globe Realty. Number 10, Tampa, Florida. Coming in at number 10 on our list of the best real estate markets to invest in for 2025 is a city that's been quietly climbing the ranks for years. Welcome to Tampa, Florida, where sunshine meets serious investment potential. Now, picture this. You're standing on the Gulf Coast, palm trees swaying, and behind you, a skyline rising with opportunity. Tampa isn't just a pretty place. It's becoming a powerhouse of growth, and savvy investors are taking notice. With a median home price of around $410,000 and a rent yield hovering between 7 to 8%, this city strikes a sweet balance between affordability and strong returns. And here's the kicker. Florida has no state income tax, which means more money in your pocket come tax season. But what's driving this momentum? Two major forces. 1. Healthcare and tech job growth is exploding. Tampa is attracting top talent from across the country, creating stable, high-income tenant pools. 2. Remote workers and retirees are flooding into Florida, and they're not slowing down. They want warmth, lifestyle, and lower costs. Tampa delivers all three. And here's a question for you. Would you rather invest in a flashy market with slim margins, or a steady gainer like Tampa, where rent checks actually cash flow? Think about it. Could Tampa be your gateway to passive income in 2025? If you've been overlooking Florida's Gulf Coast, now's the time to zoom in. Because while others chase hype, smart investors focus on fundamentals, and Tampa is as solid as they come. Stay with us, we're just getting started. Up next, a city that went from under the radar to red hot. Number 9, Boise, Idaho. Let's take a step off the beaten path to the foothills of the Rockies, where nature meets new opportunity. At number 9 on our list is Boise, Idaho, a city that once whispered its way into investor conversations, but now it's roaring back with purpose. Remember the 2020 surge? Boise was the poster child for pandemic-era growth. People left the coasts in search of space, affordability, and quality of life, and they found all three in Boise. But like any rocket, it had to stabilize. After a market correction in 2022, prices cooled, speculators scattered, and the true investors leaned in. Now in 2025, Boise is back on the rise, but this time with stronger fundamentals. Home values are rebounding, driven by real demand, not hype. It's a market ripe for appreciation plays, perfect if you're looking to build long-term equity. Median home price? Still attractive, especially compared to West Coast metros. Property taxes? Among the lowest in the nation. Business environment? Pro-growth, pro-investor, and packed with entrepreneurial energy. Boise is more than a comeback story. It's a case study in resilience, a market that got tested and held its ground. So here's a question for you. Are you the kind of investor who only shows up when a market is already hot? Or do you recognize a good thing when it's heating up again, on solid footing? Boise won't stay this affordable forever, and the smart money knows timing is everything. Stick around. Number 8 is a market with serious dual power. Cash flow, and appreciation. Number 8, Charlotte, North Carolina. Coming in at number 8 on our list of the best real estate markets to buy in 2025 is a city that knows how to make money, move money, and multiply it. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, the beating financial heart of the South and one of the fastest-growing cities in America. Let's break it down. Charlotte is home to Bank of America's headquarters and hosts massive campuses for Wells Fargo, Truist, and more. But it's not just a banking town anymore. Tech giants, fintech startups, and healthcare innovators are moving in, turning the southern powerhouse into a modern economic engine. And what happens when jobs pour in? People follow, and fast. Charlotte now ranks in the top 5 for population growth in the U.S. Newcomers are arriving daily from California, New York, and even international markets, chasing opportunity, lifestyle, and affordability. As an investor, here's why you should care. Rents are rising, property values are appreciating, and best of all, North Carolina is landlord-friendly. Charlotte offers that golden combo we all chase: steady cash flow today and strong appreciation tomorrow. It's a city where your rental property doesn't just pay for itself, it grows in value while it does. So let me ask you, are you investing in cities that look good on paper, or in cities designed to scale with the future of the American economy? Charlotte is a market with depth, momentum, and protection for landlords, a rare trio in today's climate. Coming in at number 7 is a Midwest market that might seem quiet until you look at the numbers. Stick with me. Number 7. Cleveland, Ohio. At number 7 on our countdown, we head to a city you might overlook until you look at the numbers. This is Cleveland, Ohio, a city that's rewriting its story, one block at a time. Now, let's be honest, Cleveland doesn't always make the hot market headlines. But here's the truth. The smartest investors aren't chasing hype, they're chasing ROI. And few cities in 2025 deliver returns like Cleveland. The median home price here? Around $160,000. That's not a typo. That's your entry point to real estate wealth in a city where rental demand is steady, predictable, and growing. Cleveland is built for cash flow. Whether you're a first-time buyer or an out-of-state investor looking to stretch your capital, this market checks all the right boxes. Section 8 opportunities are strong, vacancy rates are manageable, and local tenants are looking for clean, affordable housing. A niche that investors can fill quickly. But here's what makes it even more exciting. Downtown Cleveland is transforming. Revitalization projects, new commercial development, and infrastructure upgrades are bringing fresh energy to old neighborhoods. It's not just about cash flow anymore. It's also about future value. So ask yourself, are you trying to look smart, or are you trying to invest smart? Because while others chase beachfronts and luxury zip codes, Cleveland offers what really matters: ROI, affordability, and long-term upside. And maybe, just maybe, Cleveland won't be a secret much longer. Stick around, because number 6 is a southern giant where film, tech, and profits all collide. Number 6, Atlanta, Georgia. Coming in hot at number 6 is a city that doesn't just grow, it booms. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the South's capital of culture, commerce, and cash flow. Picture this: skyscrapers glowing at sunset, studios filming blockbuster movies in the heart of the city, and tech startups rubbing elbows with Fortune 500 giants. This isn't just a city with promise, Atlanta delivers. Here's why investors are racing to stake their claim in 2025. Atlanta is a major business and transportation hub, home to one of the busiest airports in the world. Big companies are setting up shop here, bringing high-paying jobs and a young, educated workforce. And let's not forget the film industry. Hollywood is real, and it's pumping billions into the local economy. Add to that a red-hot rental market, rising home values, and suburbs exploding with demand, and you've got a city that offers both short-term cash flow and long-term appreciation. Oh, and did I mention? Georgia is landlord-friendly. That means you're in control. So here's a question. Would you rather invest where the past was hot, or in a city that's building the future? The future? Because Atlanta doesn't sit still. It builds, expands, and reinvents constantly. And as the population swells and rents rise, the opportunity here is only getting louder. Atlanta's not just a market, it's a movement. And if you're not paying attention, you're already behind. Next up, number 5, a quiet Midwestern city where cash flow is king and investors are quietly collecting checks. But before we jump into the top 5, quick question for you. Which city on this list so far has caught your attention the most? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to see which markets you're eyeing for 2025. And hey, if you're getting value from this video, go ahead and smash that like button. It helps more investors like you find this content. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the Globe Realty because the top 5 cities we're about to cover, they're where the big opportunities live. And you do not want to miss what's next. Number 5. Indianapolis, Indiana. At number 5, we're slowing things down, not in momentum but in mindset. Because if you're the kind of investor who values consistency over chaos, then Indianapolis, Indiana might just be your ideal market in 2025. Indy doesn't scream for attention, and that's exactly why it performs. With low entry prices, landlord-friendly laws, and a cost of living well below the national average, Indianapolis has quietly built a reputation as one of the best cash flow markets in the country. Median home prices remain highly affordable, often under $250,000 in solid neighborhoods, and rental demand is stable, fueled by a diverse economy anchored in healthcare, logistics, education, and manufacturing. You won't find housing bubbles here. No extreme spikes, no dramatic crashes, just steady growth, solid tenants, and reliable income. Plus, this city is a dream for investors using the BRRR strategy. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Why? Because Indy's price-to-rent ratio makes the numbers actually work. You're not overpaying. You're building equity while earning cash flow from day one. Let me ask you, do you want volatility in headlines or peace of mind and profit? Because Indy isn't about flash, it's about fundamentals. In a world chasing hype, Indianapolis is for those who understand that wealth is built quietly, one smart investment at a time. Stick with me. At number 4, we're heading to Texas, where growth is massive and demand relentless. Number 4, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Landing at number 4 is a real estate titan, a metro so big, so fast-growing, so economically unstoppable, it's practically a country of its own. Welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, or as seasoned investors call it, DFW. This isn't just a hot market, it's a super region, fueled by explosive population growth, a flood of corporate relocations, and a rental market so strong it's almost bulletproof. Tesla, Toyota, Charles Schwab, JP Morgan, they're not guessing. They're planting roots here, bringing jobs, workers, and an unstoppable wave of demand. DFW is home to one of the busiest airports in the world, a booming logistics sector, world-class hospitals, universities, and a thriving startup ecosystem. And with no state income tax, it's not just businesses moving in, it's millions of people looking for housing, and that's where you come in. Rental demand? Massive. Rents? Rising. Infrastructure and highways? Built to grow. DFW gives you options: multifamily, single-family, long-term, short-term, appreciation, or cash flow. Pick your play, and it'll likely perform. So let me ask you, are you looking for a market that might perform, or one that's already proven it over and over again? Dallas-Fort Worth isn't just trending, it's transforming. And if you're thinking long-term, it deserves a seat in your portfolio. Next up at number 3, we're heading east to a legacy city where old bones meet new growth, and opportunity is rising from the streets. Number 3, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At number 3, we land in a city that knows how to take a punch and rise stronger. This is Philadelphia, where history lines the cobblestone streets and the future is being rebuilt one neighborhood at a time. Philly is in the midst of a full-scale urban revitalization, and it's not just cosmetic. From Fishtown to Brewery Town, from West Philly to South Philly, development is rising, cranes are moving, and investors are locking in serious upside. Here's why 2025 is the year to pay attention. Philadelphia is a student and young professional magnet, with more than 100 colleges and universities in the region, including UPenn, Temple, Drexel. The rental market stays strong, consistent, and predictable. And what's better? The city's landlord laws are improving. That's right, Pennsylvania is shifting, and Philadelphia is becoming a more balanced market for property owners. Plus, there's a huge opportunity just outside the city in the Philly suburbs, perfect for short-term rentals, traveling nurses, and remote workers. Investors who know how to work that commuter sweet spot are seeing solid occupancy and returns. So here's the question. Would you rather follow the crowd to already saturated markets, or be early to a city coming back with power? Philly isn't perfect, but that's the point. It's a city in transition, and money is made in the movement. If you're looking for strong rents, appreciating values, and room to grow, Philadelphia is where old bones build new wealth. Coming in at number 2 is a city that might just be the South's best-kept secret, for now. Number 2, Huntsville, Alabama. You might not see it on the cover of real estate magazines or splashed across your newsfeed, but trust me, that's about to change. Welcome to Huntsville, Alabama, a place that's quietly become one of the fastest-growing tech cities in America, and one of the most profitable real estate markets in 2025. This isn't just a sleepy southern town. Huntsville is home to NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, defense contractors, engineering firms, biotech startups, a high-skill, high-income workforce that's fueling demand for quality housing. Here's what makes investors sit up and take notice. Median home prices are still incredibly affordable, but rising fast. Rental yields? As high as 9 to 11% in certain neighborhoods. A highly educated population. And most importantly, massive population and job growth, with new residents arriving from across the country. It's the perfect recipe for appreciation and cash flow. And let's not forget, Alabama's landlord laws are extremely favorable. Low property taxes, low regulation, and a city that's investing in infrastructure, business, and livability. So let me ask you, would you rather be late to a crowded boomtown or early to a sleeping giant that's just waking up? Because Huntsville isn't just growing, it's evolving, and the investors who move now will be the ones looking back in 5 years with a smile. And that brings us to number 1, the most balanced, explosive, and investor-ready market on this entire list. You're not going to want to miss it. Number 1, Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. And now we've reached the top of the list. The number 1 real estate market to buy in 2025. A market where cash flow meets class, where innovation meets infrastructure, and where future value is almost guaranteed. Welcome to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, the undisputed crown jewel of real estate investing this year. Why here? Why now? Let's break it down. Known as the Research Triangle, this region is home to 3 world-class universities, Duke, UNC, and NC State, and a corridor of cutting-edge industries from tech and biotech to finance and healthcare. Job growth is exploding. Startups are thriving. Major corporations are relocating. The economy is diverse, resilient, and forward-facing. The population? Surging. People are moving here for opportunity, lifestyle, and affordability, and they need places to live. Vacancy rates are low, and demand for quality rentals is sky-high. But what really makes Raleigh-Durham special is balance. You get strong appreciation, but it's not overheated. You get consistent rental income without sky-high entry prices. You get long-term tenants, professionals, families, students, in a market that protects your investment and rewards your patience. So here's the final question. If you had to pick one market in America right now to buy, hold, and build wealth over the next decade, wouldn't you choose the one with the strongest fundamentals? Because that's Raleigh-Durham. And that's why it's number 1. Now, it's your move. Which city on this list stood out to you the most? Which one are you already investing in or planning to? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to see the data before making their next move. This is the Globe Realty, and the future of your real estate portfolio starts here.